Well, hello there, grandchildren. Welcome back to another episode of Granny Goatee's Food Review Show, where Granny Goatee reviews your favorite foods. Thank you for joining me on another episode, grandchildren. Today we are going to be reviewing a Thai, very common hot and sour soup called Tom Yum, okay? I went ahead and searched many restaurants to see where I would be able to find the best Tom Yum. And then Grandpa Goatee said, I make the best Tom Yum. So I said, okay, baby, why don't you make me some Tom Yum? So she went ahead and made us some shrimp Tom Yum for me to try for all of you. And this was requested by Penny. Thank you so much for the request, Penny. And if you're new here, please subscribe. And if you do enjoy this video, like the video, okay? We do food reviews here. All right. Now, before I get into it, I want to mention the poll I conducted for the little bit of positive bits that I will be able to share with y'all, not in every video, but every so often. And it looks like ever so slightly by 1 or 2 votes, Granny Goatee's grain of goodness has won out. So why don't you wait until towards the end of this video, and I will today give you a little grain of goodness. Okay, grandchildren? Now, before I get into this, I'd like to go ahead and tell you a little bit about the history of Tom Yum soup. Now, it is raining today in Phuket, Thailand, so we have a lot of cloud cover, and I don't have enough light, so I'm hoping that this car light is not going to ruin the video and provide enough light for all of you to get a good look at this Tom Yum soup, okay? Now, Tom Yum is a family, I want to tell you a little bit about the history, okay? Is a family of hot and sour Thai soups. Excuse me. It's a strong, hot, and sour. These flavors make it very popular in Thai cuisine. The name Tom Yum is composed of two Thai words. Tom refers to the boiling process, while Yum means mixed. Okay, grandchildren? Historian Giles Milton contends that the origin of Tom Yum can be traced to India. Now, I went ahead and asked Grandpa Goatee about this information, and Giles, I have to say, you're wrong. If you don't think so, you can take it up with Grandpa Goatee, because she's ready to fight for it. And she'll probably knock you out, too. She's a little firecracker. So even though that's what Giles contends, my wife, he has something to say about it. All right, let's keep going. Where there is a variation in India, there is of a hot and sour soup known as sour prawn soup. Okay, now in Thailand, Tom Yum is available in various types, with the most popular being Tom Yum Nam Kon, okay, which is the creamy variety with usually coconut milk. And then there's the Tom Yum Nam Sai, or the clear Tom Yum soup. Okay, grandchildren? Now, oftentimes the ingredients, and I'm sorry for the rain is going to be coming through in the video, my apologies, but the ingredients for Tom Yum, the soup base, it depends on the exact subtype, but it generally is water, coconut milk, or chicken broth, or some kind of other broth, okay? And various aromatic ingredients are added to it, and they're sliced and roughly pounded down, and to extract their flavors, such as lemongrass, kaffir lime leaves, galangal, chilies, shallots, and garlic. Okay, and these ingredients, most of the time, they don't stay in the soup because they are not edible, but they are just boiled in the soup to extract the flavor, and sometimes they are removed, but sometimes they are also left in the soup, like Grandpa Goatee has here, for presentation. Okay. Other veggies that are included are shallots or onions and tomatoes, along with the more modern version, not the traditional soup, that can have straw or oyster mushrooms added as well. Now, common meats that are used are fish or shrimp, or mixed seafood, or pork or chicken. And when the meat is finally cooked through, the final flavorings that can be added, which are lime and fish sauce, they're added when the heat is turned off, because the heat can actually destroy these flavors. Okay, and then sometimes they chop fresh cilantro or coriander and they sprinkle it on top. Okay, grandchildren. So Grandpa Goatee made us the shrimp version with very little fish sauce, if any, because Grandma Goatee or Granny Goatee is not a big fan of the fish sauce. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, let's set it aside. We don't have time for that. My attire is falling off. Okay, here we go. Everything is set. Do I look good? Do I look good? Oh, it's not set. Oh, where is it? Hold on, grandchildren. Something is off. Something is off with Granny's glasses. All right, there we go. Looking good, looking fly. Can I rock down the runway? Okay, I don't want to spill this. In fact, I took some really nice high quality video of this soup, and I will maybe include it here. Because I will not be able to give you a great look at this without it spilling in the car, but you can get a little side look here. Okay, now this is the tom yum, the cone variety, the creamy variety of the tom yum soup. Okay, now let's take a look at the shrimp. Take a look at that. All right, let's go for a bite. Baby, you nailed it. That spice, it's so nice. The chilies coming through, the creaminess of the coconut milk. Let's get a bite of this tomato. The tomatoes are falling apart. The citrus flavor of the kaffir leaves, one of my favorite Thai ingredients. The kaffir leaves, they are so delicious. Let's get another shrimp here. Let me see what I can do with the shrimp head. It's warm, it's soothing. It's a shrimp head in here. Now, oftentimes when tom yum is made with shrimp, let's get down and dirty. The heads are included to infuse the soup with that shrimp flavor. And Grandpa Goatee actually eats the heads, not the whole thing, but picks through them. But I like the tail. And she has cooked this perfectly because the shrimp is not overcooked. It's not rubbery like leather. Maintains its a delicate flavor. Very fresh shrimp. And we actually talked about getting shrimp from 2 different sources, and she insisted that we get the shrimp from this Muslim lady, and wow, she was spot on. That is so good. The creaminess of the coconut is what makes this variety one of my favorite varieties. I don't like the clear soup as much because I like that creamy texture, and the coconut milk provides that inside of this tom yum soup. Okay, now there is ginger. These are the kaffir leaves. They are just excellent. You're not supposed to eat these. These are aromatics, but sometimes I do like to eat them and chew on them. Oh, I don't have a napkin. Excuse me, grandchildren. I like to do that sometimes when I'm eating this soup because it extracts all of those flavors. This is one of my favorite Thai soups. And if you have not had a chance to try this out, grandchildren, you have to go to your nearest Thai restaurant and order this tom yum soup. Okay, maybe the cone variety. That's what I recommend. The snap of those shallots adds a layer of sweetness to the sweet shrimp. The spiciness of the soup cuts through that sweetness perfectly. It is incredible. Take a look at that. With the chili. Wow. Wow. Luckily for me, I'm married to a great cook. So I'm very fortunate, grandchildren. And Granny Goatee is not too shabby herself, actually. But Grandpa Goatee is far superior. Excuse me for this, but I have to finish this. Because it's so darn good. Wow. Wow, so satisfying. Here's the last spoonful, grandchildren, that Granny Goatee is going to be indulging in. That is incredible. Now, tom yum is one of my favorite soups, but this version is by far one of my favorites that I've ever had. And I'm going to give this an 8.7 out of 10. I know, I know that if there was a little bit more fish sauce in here and some shrimp paste, that it would be woo. Those Thai chilies are zingers. Pow, pow, woo. But I love it. Now, I know if they had shrimp paste, if she had put some shrimp paste in here, or if she had put more, and if she had put more fish sauce, it would be more to the Thai taste. But unfortunately, I am unable to really appreciate those flavors as much as I've tried. Okay, grandchildren? So this tom yum is slightly adjusted for my palate. So take that with a grain of salt. Oh, since we're talking about grains, it's time for Granny Goatee's grain of goodness. So today, grandchildren, Granny Goatee's grain of goodness is going to be about selflessness. Okay? Such an underappreciated human quality. A trait that, in Granny's opinion, is distinct from the majority of the animals in the animal kingdom, and a part of what makes us human, to be able to put others before ourselves. Now, it may seem that we live in a very selfish world, but I challenge everybody to maybe incorporate into your life a little bit of selflessness. Okay, a little bit of putting your family, your husband, your wife, your brother, your sister, your neighbor, anyone ahead of yourself, and considering them more than you consider yourself. Now, not forever, not necessarily, because if it's always and every time, always and every time, always and every time, you will fall behind. But within good reason, I think if everybody was just a little bit more selfless and put their brother before themselves, that the world would be a much better place. So that is Granny Goatee's grain of goodness for today, grandchildren. If we can all just be a little bit more selfless and see how we can incorporate, and if we can, a little bit of that selflessness into our lives, okay? By putting others before ourselves, okay? All right, grandchildren, thank you for joining me on another episode of Granny Goatee's food review show. Okay, if you like the video, give me a like, and it'll help push out the video. And if you're here for the first time, please subscribe. Okay, and I will see you on the next video. All right, bye-bye.